Hi, this is Paul Pachter, CEO of Long Island Cares and the Harry Chapin Regional Food Bank, and welcome back to another episode of Breaking Bread at Long Island Cares. You might notice that we're in a different location. We're actually at Long Island Cares in Hauppauge still, but because of a lot of work being done to our warehouse right now, we moved out of kitchen studio and bringing you right into my office. And I'm bringing with me for the very first time Kerry Tucker, who is our Children's Nutrition Program Specialist, to talk about some of the work that Long Island Cares has been doing to fight children's hunger and food insecurity here on Long Island. Kerry, welcome to Breaking Bread. It's a pleasure to have you here.
Thank you for having me today.
Sure. So, Kerry oversees 3 programs here at Long Island Cares. The first is our Kids Cafe after-school program. It provides food and mentoring for children in high-need communities. She also oversees our Pack It Up for Kids weekend backpack program, which she'll be talking about. And lastly, our summer feeding program that's about to kick off in the next few months. So, Kerry, what is Kids Cafes?
Kids Cafe is a national program through Feeding America. And Long Island Cares partners with programs all across Long Island who provide after-school programs for their children that include homework help and recreation. So because we want to help children achieve their goals in life, and in at-risk areas, there's more of a burden on children. So what they don't necessarily have is a nutritious meal. And those nutritious meals mean so much to learning, and a hungry child can't learn. So what we do is we partner with these programs that provide the academic services for children, and we provide them with nutritious meals and nutrition education. And hopefully we are making a huge difference in the lives of these children.
Sure.
We believe that we are. And these programs are seeing better academic success because of it.
So is this a Monday through Thursday or Monday through Friday after school program where the children are either at their school or go to another location, they receive academic mentoring and tutoring and supports, as well as the opportunity for socialization with their classmates, and we as the Regional Food Bank arrange to have a healthy meal provided, and that would be dinner?
That is the supper meal, absolutely. We provide a 5-component meal. We follow nutritional guidelines to ensure that they have a healthy vegetable and protein, fruit, dairy, grains, and all of it in the proper portion sizes that children need for healthy minds and healthy bodies to grow.
That's tremendous. And then there's Pack It Up for Kids. It's a real catchy name. It deals with putting food in children's backpacks. There's the pack.
That's right.
So talk about Pack It Up for Kids. How does that work, and what we provide the kids with through that program?
Pack It Up for Kids is an amazing program because these children are identified at schools by their social workers as being at risk of not having nutritious meals or any meals available to them over the weekends. And so Long Island Cares partners with these schools, and we provide for those children who have been identified a weekend backpack full of 6 nutritious meals and 2 snacks to last them throughout until they're back in school, where they could get breakfast and lunch in the schools.
So these are children in the schools, local school districts, who are eligible and take part in the free or reduced school breakfast and lunch program?
Yes, they do.
And then at night, after they leave school, 3-4 o'clock in the afternoon, they go home. It's questionable whether they're going to have a healthy meal on the table. But Pack It Up for Kids primarily addresses the needs of the child during the weekend.
During the weekend, we provide breakfast, lunch, and dinner for Saturdays and Sundays, so that that child is ensured to have a nutritious meal each day until they can get back.
If we put together kids cafes and Pack It Up for Kids, how many children are benefiting from the assistance that Long Island Cares is arranging for right now?
Well, combined, more than
Mhm.
1,600 children are being
1,600.
served. Absolutely.
Wow. And about how many meals, if you look at what we're providing in Kids Cafe and Pack It Up, what would you say is sort of the average number of meals that we are providing on an annual basis for these kids?
I'd say well over 110,000.
Wow. 1,600 children receiving 110,000 meals,
Yes.
all arranged through Long Island Cares. These are children whose, as you've mentioned, their health, their nutrition, their scholastic achievement is really questionable
Yes.
because of the environment that they live in.
Well, a hungry child just cannot learn.
Right.
They can't pay attention. They can't comprehend.
We are about 4 weeks, 6 weeks away from providing summer meals
Yes.
for children in need. Do you have any estimate right now as to how many children are going to be participating in the summer meals program?
Well, we don't have a number set yet. We are moving forward. Last year we had 22 sites all across Long Island, all located in at-risk areas. We provided more than 14,000 meals to these children.
Wow.
So I truly believe that the success is only going to grow this year in providing additional programs as more people become aware of the summer food service program, and they're located in at-risk areas, so they'll reach out to us and partner with us so that we can help them, help the children in their area.
I know that through your work here, you spend a lot of time out in the field, late in the day, into the evening, certainly to visit the Kids Cafe programs, which, don't operate from 9 to 3. Who are some of the organizations or school districts that are collaborating with Long Island Cares now on the Kids Cafe programs and Pack It Up?
Well, for the Kids Cafe programs, we have programs in Glen Cove. I have 6. I have programs in Hempstead and in Riverhead, and we have Pack It Up for Kids programs in Central Islip and out east in Southampton, Hampton Bays, Riverhead, Freeport. We really are stretched out all across Long Island because the need is great in so many areas.
And I've heard you often talk about the Boys and Girls Clubs
Yes.
that exist here on Long Island, and they're one of our major partners with
Yes,
Kids
they are.
Cafes. And you also mentioned that Kids Cafe is a national model. It's part of national programs developed by Feeding America.
Yes, it is.
And so I know periodically when Feeding America does an audit of our programs, they look at the Kids Cafe programs especially. These programs continue to grow here.
Yes, they do. It's such a successful program because the need is great on Long Island. With 79,000 children on Long Island that are food insecure, attending these programs can be such a benefit to these children. So if they could get involved in any of these after-school programs, it could only enrich their lives and provide nutritious meals for them. Not to mention the nutrition education that's
Right.
involved as well, because children need to learn what a healthy plate looks like. And today, that's a difficult task, with people being so busy and rushing meals and so many fast food meals going on. It's hard to know anymore for a child, especially what a nutritious meal looks like, and we want them to know.
I think it's important that people understand that this is not just about providing food for children. It's providing an opportunity for them to learn about good nutrition so that, as you say, looking at the My Plate model, that moving forward the children get to understand, and hopefully the families as well, that there's a certain amount of protein, a certain amount of fiber, a certain amount of green vegetables that you have to put on the plate. I'm encouraged when you talk about Pack It Up for Kids and the fact that the school social workers are involved
Yes.
in identifying the children. Have you ever received feedback from the social workers that would concern you, that maybe there's not enough children being identified for the program?
I think the biggest concern is when the social workers identify children, but the children feel a stigma about bringing the food home. And so that's why we work it out into the backpacks so that, it doesn't stand out. Nobody else needs to know, but we want these children taken care of. Their needs are most important. So we tuck these backpacks into their own backpacks, and
so nobody
they can
knows
take it
that they're
home.
going home with
That's
additional
right.
food.
I think that was the biggest concern of the social workers.
Dealing with the stigma associated with
Right.
needing emergency food, or being labeled as being food insecure or hungry.
Right.
Carrie, how would an organization, school, even a family living here on Long Island who are watching this program and want to know more about kids cafes, maybe make a referral, find out if there's one in their local community, or getting involved in Pack It Up for Kids, or even now exploring the summer feeding program? How would they find out more about the program, or either making a referral?
Well, they could contact us at Long Island Cares, but they could also check our website. There's information there of every summer for summer food service. We post our locations, but you can certainly contact Long Island Cares and reach out to me, and I can help out with that.
631-582-FOOD.
Yes.
Ask for Carrie Tucker and our Children's Nutrition Program Specialist. If I look at the numbers that you've described, and we're only talking about 3 children's nutrition programs.
Right.
Kids cafes, of which we now have, how many, 20?
22?
22 Kids Cafe programs. Same number of Pack It Up for Kids, weekend meal locations. Now you're going to have a bunch of summer feeding programs. And the summer feeding program, that takes part in a local park. It could take part at a library.
Absolutely.
And then, we add to that 2 mobile children's breakfast food trucks that go out on the road,
Yes.
the availability of our 3 satellite locations, and, all in all, on an annual basis, we are really supporting more than 10,000 children here on
Absolutely.
Long Island. And, you do it so well. And, this is a program that you and the program itself have won several awards for the work you're doing. As Carrie said, 79,000 children on Long Island are struggling with food insecurity. It doesn't have to be that way. We can solve children's food insecurity on Long Island. People like Carrie Tucker working very, very hard to make sure that children who need a healthy meal are provided with that healthy meal. My guest today has been Carrie Tucker, Children's Nutrition Program Specialist. She's joining me here at Breaking Bread from Long Island Cares. If you're enjoying what you're watching, please stay on YouTube, subscribe to the Long Island Cares channel, wherever you listen to your podcasts, whether it's on Anchor, Spotify, or anywhere else. You can subscribe to our podcast. This has been a great show. Thank you so much for all of the information you provided. Until next time, this is Paul Pachter, CEO of Long Island Cares. Thanks for breaking bread with us here on YouTube. We'll see you next time.